Hello, Flosstube. It's Amanda here. Today is, I looked it up. What is it? October 28th, 2022. It's 8:30 at night. I'm a little tired because I'm not a night person. Not a morning person either. I'm kind of a lunchtime person. So let's see if I can get through this without yawning or kind of wandering off. Sorry, let me just adjust. There we go. Real life. Okay. All right. So what do I have to show you guys today? I've got quite a bit. I've got piles that I think are going to topple over. Sorry. I have some finishes. I have some whips. And y'all, I lost my mind and I started 4 projects. Yes, 4 projects. 4? So I'm going to show you my finishes first. So the first finish I had was out of this book from the Sewing Club, and it was this one right here. I will say that it doesn't look anything like this picture because I used my own colors and pretty much my own colorway. I think it's just called Hollyhock's Sewing Bag. I think that's what, anyways, it's in that book, and here it is here. Oh, just a second. It's been 6 weeks since my last video, so I'm kind of rusty, guys. Okay. So I used a combination of hand-dyed by Rolanda floss and Color and Cotton. And it's kind of it's a little bit brighter in person. It's kind of washing out because of the light. But when I pulled the DMC, if you look at the picture, where is it? So here's my thing with Blackbird Designs. I find that Blackbird Design colors are too dull for my taste. And I get the kind of look they're going for. They're kind of going for like an antique aged look. But I don't know. I want something brighter. I want, the colors to be a little bit more exciting and bright. So this is my 5th Blackbird I think I've stitched. And on all of them, I've changed the colors. Like some of them I've completely changed the colorway because, I don't know, the colors were just kind of blah. I know I'm probably going to get some thumbs down for saying that because I know there's some purists out there for Blackbird, but I don't think any of them watch my channel, to be honest with you. So yeah, that was my first finish. It was actually my second finish. I finished this one before I finished that one. This one is called, this was actually my first finish since my video. This one is called, focus. I actually don't know what it's called because it's in Russian. I just call it Girl with Cat, and it's by Shirova Stitch. And unfortunately, you cannot get this pattern right now because the designer is located in Russia, and there is no way to perform transactions with respect to, transferring funds. But I think she's really pretty. She is, I would have to say she's one of my most favorite finishes. Now, it's not that big. I mean, you can tell by my head how, focus. So focusing, there we go. She's not that big, but because of all the blends, she did take a little while to stitch. I guess in these kind of watercolor type cross stitch pieces, in order to kind of get that effect, there's like a trillion blends. So it was even hard. I don't know if you can see the back stitch, the flowers, like it was difficult to kind of landmark because that all looks like one color. It really isn't. There's like a million blends in that underskirt. And then the dress was like, there were just like a crazy amount of blends. And then the back stitching, there's quite a lot of back stitching on this one as well. Anyways, I love her. Maybe this will be my screenshot. Okay. Enough looking at her. I think you guys have seen enough. Okay, what did I work on? I will show you kind of my focus projects, and then because I have so many projects I worked on, I didn't bring down 3 of my projects because I didn't stitch on them enough to really, you wouldn't have seen a difference from the last time you saw it. I stitched on Queen of Peace. What else did I stitch on? My little Margaret Sherry cat, and my cat sampler, which you guys have not seen since my whip braid last year, but I really only stitched like the little ledge that the one cat was sitting on. So I'll bring it out during my whip braid at the end of the year. Okay, so this has been my focus piece, and I'm just gonna grab my board. I'm a little bit unprepared because this was kind of just off the cuff. Hey, I'm gonna do a video tonight. So I'm not fully prepared to do this video, but anyways, we're just gonna wing it. This is Wind Moon Fairy by Dimensions. Let's see if we can get the light out of there. I am using all the floss, but I've subbed out the fabric. This is a full coverage piece, and I'm just stitching the girl, the moon, the cat, and I'm not stitching all of this background here. I'm letting the fabric do the work for me. So since you guys last saw it, I have stitched basically from here over. So basically all of this, the flowers, I filled in more of her scarf, and I've continued to work up on the moon. And there was some like putsy stitching in here I kind of filled in with her hair. I ran into a problem with this project, and I'm going to talk about it because if anyone, I know there's a few people that have asked me where I've got this fabric and have said, oh, I'm going to try that, put it, stitching on a hand-dyed fabric. So let me just put her down for a second. I'm going to show you because I ran into a problem. I had to rip out a whole bunch of stitches. So let me get in close here and see. Okay, so see how this wing kind of extends past the moon. So this to me is telling me that this is supposed to be like translucent, and the color here is like a very, very dark gray, which is basically, and if you see the background here, it's dark also. So this is kind of, it's telling me that her wing is kind of like a white see-through translucent, I don't know what to call it, wing. But then when I started to stitch it on here, the fabric or the background isn't dark. So I had this big blob of gray coming out, and it just looked really, really strange. So my plan is, I don't know if you can see, but the whole wing is back stitched. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do the back stitching. I'm not going to extend the actual stitching. I'm just going to back stitch the wing out here. And then if it kind of looks bare, I'm going to just maybe do some half stitches, random half stitches to kind of outline the back stitching in kind of like a lighter blue and see what that looks like. But I don't know. I think it's going to, I don't know. We'll see. That's my plan. I did stitch out this gray and then I ripped it out because it just looked kind of weird. So if you are going to stitch this piece on a hand-dyed fabric, just kind of keep that in mind when you're stitching the wing. But I love her. I think she's so pretty. I pretty much have to just kind of finish this little bit here. There's like a few putsy stitches to finish this little bit, the tip of the moon, and there's a butterfly. And then I finish this tip of the moon, and then I have to do the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of back stitches in her skirt. So she's heavily backstitched, which is very typical of Dimensions. So that's Wind Moon Fairy. On a, is this 28 count? What is this? Normally she writes it on the corner. It's either a 28 or a 32 count account hand-dyed fabric by hand-dyed by Rolanda. So there's that one. The next one that I spent quite a bit of time on, and sorry, I didn't take everything out of project bags, so you're gonna hear whipping and all those fun noises. The next one that I worked on, this one here, another Dimensions kit. This is Sweet Dream Stocking. And I haven't pulled this one out since January, so it's been a while since I've worked on it. Oh, it's upside down. So pretty much since I last picked it up, I finished the tree. I got, well, it's, again, there's some putsy stitches that are left to stitch. From here up, I finished all of this section of the curtain. And then from basically here down is what I stitched since you guys last saw it. So that's been my other sort of focus project. This past 6 weeks. So I love that. It's, again, heavily backstitched. You can see how much backstitching that there is. I've been hearing a lot of people saying they're not enjoying the dimensions kits that they've started because there's a lot of color changes and the charts are hard to read. I actually find the opposite. I think the charts are awesome to read because they sort of so for instance, some of the symbols here are kind of shaded in red, and then this would be shaded a different color, so you can actually see the outline of the design. I don't think I have, oh yeah, I do here. Just give you a, I won't show you the whole pattern, and I'll just splash it so you know what I'm talking about. And this is the first time I've stitched a Dimensions kit actually on the Dimensions fabric, because I kind of, so I don't know if that kind of gives you the idea how it's focused. There we go. I mean, if you can like copy the pattern off of this, you're bionic, and you need to go into like some sort of profession that requires like super awesome eyesight. So yeah, that was my other kind of main focus project that I worked on. What else did I spend a lot of time on? Oh, I did spend a good amount. No, not that one. This one. I haven't picked this one really. I picked it up maybe for a night back in like earlier in the year. Super wrinkly, I'm sorry. This is, sorry, I'm going to use my board. So it just makes it easier to hold it up. Okay. This is For the Love of Nature by Teresa Kogut. I'm using none of the called for colors. Oh, not true. I'm using the color of the deer and some of the other creatures. The fox, I think. But I haven't got to that yet. But the rest is all my own color choice. And I've actually kind of changed the border colors to grays. The border colors were like browns. Oh, you can see that. It's like a light brown. Changing it to gray and blood red. Sorry, I want it to focus. It's not doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this house, it's kind of like a super dark burgundy color, but I changed it to this color by Color and Cotton called, where is it? Dracula. But I think it's coming out nice. I was a little bit worried. It's the same color of these, the outline of these hearts. So since I last picked it up, I've stitched all of this and this part of the house and the cute little bunny butt right there. It doesn't look like a lot, but there's this, like those houses, those like houses on those samplers, they're pretty substantial. Like that's like, mean, that's a couple thousand stitches right there. Just looking at the chart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's like almost 2,000 stitches right there. Although I haven't filled in this yet, so I'm giving myself more credit than I deserve. But anyway, I worked two days on that, 3 days. And that is on 36 count Balmoral by Color and Cotton. And the only other whip outside of the ones that I mentioned before that I didn't bring down to show that I got a decent amount of progress on. I think I had a few thousand stitches on that one. This one here. But again, you're probably not going to notice a difference because it's just a big blob of dress. Was my, ooh, super wrinkly. Stand back for this one. This is Lady of the Mist. And I don't have the pattern out, so I'll insert a picture. And what did I get done? So I pretty much did this chunk in here. This is by far, so this is basically her lap. So I still have to come up here and do her head. And then there's this greenery with like roses and stuff that goes kind of all down here. And then there's also more of this kind of up here and on this side. I don't know what you call it, ribbons for her dress or sashes. This is by far the largest Mirabilia I've ever stitched. And I've stitched some big Mirabilias, but this is the biggest. What did she stitched on? This is a Joblin by Witchell. What is it called? Summer Sky Joblin. This is readily available. You can get it at like 123 Stitch. So that's her. She's so pretty. Hoping to finish this next year. Definitely not going to be finished this year. Unless I quit my job and stitch every day, which isn't going to happen. Okay, now we're going to get into my start. I think so. Yes, my starting frenzy. I started 4 projects, but I had a lot of fun doing it. So I'm not. It is what it is. And you know what? I want to start more stuff in the coming weeks. I'm just going to do it. But I had a lot of fun starting these. I didn't spend that much time on them. I think I only spent like, I spent a day on 3 of them. So that's 3 days out of my stitching rotation. And then I spent like two days or 2 evenings. When I say a day, it's like an hour or 2 in the evening. The one that I spent the most time on is this one here. I'm trying to find the little fabric thingy though. Is this kit here. It's by RTO and it's called Red Mermaid. And I started it for Siren September because that's a hashtag for September. I don't know who started it. Who started Siren September? I don't know. It's a hashtag. Oh, hold please. I have a cat at the door. So we're going to see how this goes. He doesn't like closed doors. So he was scratching at the carpet to get in. And I've closed the door again because my husband's trying to work. So he's probably going to scratch at the door to get out. And we'll play this game probably for the rest of the video. But we'll see how it goes. Are you going to behave yourself? Hey? Are you going to behave yourself? He's like pissed at me right now. Okay, get down. Okay, what was I talking about? Red Mermaid. This is a kit. The kit fabric gave me a paper cut because it is like heartboard. It's awful, which I knew about because a lot of people have talked about it on Flosstube. So I switched the fabric out to this 28 count linen. It's called Wicked Night and it's by Fiberlicious. And I don't know if you guys heard that, but he wants out again. Okay, where am I on this? I guess I'm stitching like right in here. This is the middle of the pattern. Start in the middle. That's how much I have started. But I think this is going to look amazing on this fabric. What do you guys think? Can I smell? Like, I'm dying to get up to her hair. Those reds on that fabric. Looks so pretty. So this fabric, when you look at it, it looks black, but then if you hold it beside something that's truly black, it looks navy. And when you hold it beside something that looks navy, it looks black. So it's like one of those funny fabrics that kind of tricks the eye. But it doesn't matter because I'm not using it anyway. I'm gonna put that back so I don't have a big mess. Okay. My next start, actually I think I started this one, yes, I hear you. I started this for the hashtag Soda Stitch Saturdays, which I think is Burn Stitches hashtag. I think so. I apologize if I'm not crediting the right people. And this is Sewing Cats by Soda Stitch. If you guys want to see some amazing Soda Stitch patterns, that are finished, and she shows her entire collection of Soda Stitch patterns, you need to go watch Rogue Mama Stitcher, Amber. She is the queen of Soda Stitch on Flosstube. She has stitched tons. She's got them framed in the background. She's made pillows out of them. She's amazing. Go and watch her. But I'm stitching this, and I originally wanted to stitch it on, I kind of had a lighter green than this. It was kind of like a light mint green, but I was really afraid that, look at this little kitty cat butt. So cute. Sorry, sidetracked. I was afraid that the white would kind of get lost, and I don't know about you, I don't like stitching white when you can't see it because I feel like it's a pointless endeavor. So I found fabric in my stash. Where is it? Oh gee, I don't know which way is up. Yeah, I found fabric in my stash that kind of looked similar to it. Here's my big humongous start. Again, this was like an hour's worth of stitching, and I stitched the green in the spool. But that's a super cute pattern. Love it. And that was for the hashtag Soda Stitch Saturdays. Yes. What else did I start? Oh, I guess I'll show you this one. This one wasn't even like evening. I think this was like 20 minutes of stitching. I stitched for 20 minutes. I started this, and I basically stitched like 100 stitches in here. Not even 100 stitches. Sorry, that's an exaggeration. And here's my start. I can't even call this a whip. Like, see the microscopic, here, the microscopic start right there. This is on 28 count Kynance by Sparklies. I'm trying to get to focus. And she has this as a, I've had her do like custom dies for me that were one color on the bottom, one color on the top. But this is part of her regular line, so you could just hold, please. Okay, I'm back. I don't remember what I was talking about. Yes, this here. I think I finished showing it to you. Seaside Kingdom, Kynance, Sparklies. Okay, my last finish, and I realize these are like super pathetic starts. Like they're not, I barely started these things, but I started them. And it was super fun. Oh geez. I don't know which way is up or down on this one. had it rolled this way, so then this would be up. Okay. This little green blob is, oh geez, this one here, Oh Christmas Tree. Focus, 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 focus. There we go. By Lavender and Lace. And there's two versions of this pattern. There's one that's just the greenery without the balls. And then you do whatever the heck you want to decorate it. I'm not that creative, so I am doing the one with the balls. And that was my start. That was an hour's worth of stitching. And it is on 32 count flax Belfast linen. So those are my starts. I really want to start a Joan Elliott. I'm seeing Kitschy Whips is working on her Joan Elliott, and Rogue Mama Sister is working on what is it? Autumn Fairy. One is working on Earth Goddess and one is working on Autumn Fairy. So I'm hoping this, I think I showed this in my last video. I haven't put it away from my last video. This one here. I think it's like the hashtag they're doing is like fairies, but I don't think it has to be a fairy. I think it just has to be a Joan Elliott. She's kind of like a fairy. Well, maybe not. I'm going to use the hashtag anyway. Okay. Those are all of my finishes and my whips. Do I have anything else? Oh, I was going to talk about, I only pulled one of these out. Okay, so I'm kind of toying with the idea of doing, okay, and I got this idea from, I'm going to screw up the name of the channel. I think it's called the Sable Stitcher or Stitchers. I apologize if I screwed up the name, but anyways, I think the one lady, it's her channel, and then her friend comes and shows her stuff too, because sometimes she's there and sometimes she's not. But the one who comes like occasionally, she did a thing where she did 70 ornaments in her 70th year, before her 70th birthday. So in her 70th year. And like, there's no way, like, I'm not retired and I have 2 little kids. Like, there's no way I can do like that many ornaments in a year. So I'm thinking of doing 50 before 50, because that will give me 5 years. I turn 50 in 5 years. It's kind of weird. When I was like 20, I thought 40 was so old. And now I'm like, 50 doesn't feel, I don't feel old. But 50 still seems like it's old. Anyways, I apologize to anyone who's 50 or older. I'm not trying to like, I'm almost there, so I'm not trying to diss any of you. But I'm thinking of doing 50 before 50 ornaments. Like it can be Christmas or Easter or spring. I'm not really a Halloween stitcher, so it wouldn't really be like Halloween. Probably more Easter and Christmas. So that would give me, I would be able to do 10 ornaments a year. I think I can handle 10 ornaments a year. But I've pulled out, sorry, I'm saying out loud. This one here. This is, I have a bunch of her patterns. I just pulled this one out because I like these skating bunnies. How do I pronounce this? Les Brodus Parisans. Parisan? I don't know. I'm not a French Canadian, so I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'll just throw it up there and you guys can Google it. But she does all these like really cute vintagey looking ornaments. I've stitched this one. I've stitched this one, and I stitched this one. I can hear my cat. I locked him up in the room like 2 over from this room, and I can still hear him scratching at the door because I locked the door. He can open doors. And for you guys who follow me on Instagram, you guys know he can open doors because of his super bad accident he had opening a door. What was it? It's a year ago now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was a year ago now. He had a super bad accident. If you want to find out about it, you can go over to his Instagram. It was horrific. All because the cat can open a door. Oh, that one's cute. I might stitch that one. Anyways, I'm toying with that idea. So that's that. So I'm going to show you, I don't have a ton of purchases. What I'm going to show you was what was cut off, with the exception of like maybe 4 things, was cut off from my last video. I got a message from someone who said, oh, that was an abrupt ending to your video. And I was like, And so I went and I looked at the video and it just uploaded and cut off at a certain point. So I don't know what happened, but so I'm going to show them now. They're just like retro-y magazines. Some of them I got dirt cheap at a thrift store. But I'll show you the things I got since then. So I got this, of course, because it's a stocking. It's a dimension stocking. What's it called? Magical Christmas stocking. Love the fox. So with this one, this is not Dimensions Gold. So like there's a ton of non-stitched, like all this is non-stitched. The white, yeah, Santa is fully stitched. And then the blue is half stitches. So these are, I've stitched a non-gold stocking before and they stitch up pretty quick. And then I got this, the mango. I haven't got this for a few years, but I got the 2023 because I really liked the cover. I can't really go through these because they're just the patterns. But again, like if you can see the keys and stuff, cute little animal parade. The same designer that does these designs for, well, I think this is actually her design. And this one is her design, and I like that one. I just really like her as a designer. Another person you want to go and watch, she has stitched Veronica Jange. Oh shoot, she stitches that other French designer on Etsy. Oh, with the little kids. Oh, what's the name of it? I can't remember. But anyways, her channel is Stitchy Wendy, and she did Heidi from Veronique on Ginger, and it's amazing. Go check it out. I'll link it below. Is there any other cute ones in here? So I'm just, oh, these ones are cute. That's in Veronique in Ginger too. This one is cute too. Did I show this one? No, I didn't. See animals wearing clothes, and it's kind of a fall theme. This one might be something for all you Halloween people. Anyways, it's a cute book. I got it on Amazon France. If you go to the France version of Amazon, you can get that, and they'll ship it anywhere in the world. And then I got a small order from just another button company. I got these Canadian buttons because in the last Mill Hill Village house that I bought, it's the school, it has a draped American flag, and normally I just rechart like a Canadian flag, but like one that's like not draped. But there's not really, the way the design works, it's not going to work. And draped Canadian flags don't look very good. Like American flags like have the stars at the top and then the flowing stripes, whereas the Canadian flag is just like red and white blah, when it's draped. Right? It doesn't look very nice. And then I didn't want to just order that with the shipping, so I got this little guy. They say the pattern is free if you buy the buttons, but the pattern's kind of pointless without the buttons. Same thing with this one. It's cute. And then I got this one. I stitched the hedgehog from that series. And then the rest are some retro-y leaflets, magazines. Got this Dimensions. What is it called? Frosty's Welcome with the cats. This is a Stony Creek. I got it for this bear. I think I might just stitch the bear separately. This one's really nice too. And then this, another Stony Creek. What is this one called? Christmas Memories, book 175. I got it for the bear and the cat and the mouse. And then now we're into magazines. I got this for basically the cover. The birds and the cat and the bird feeder. It's really cute. I actually have fabric pulled for that one. Is there anything else in here? I apologize if I showed this and I don't remember that I showed this. I think that was it. And then this Stony Creek magazine. It's from 1999. And I got it for this design here. Some of my teddy bears. And then this is August 1998, and I got it for the cover picture with the bear, the cats. I don't know if there's anything else in here. There's some cool things in here. I don't know that I would stitch them. There's a lighthouse, or maybe it is lighthouses. Yeah. That was about it for that magazine. And then this one I got for like the cover, the bunnies and the flowers and the bird. Is there anything else in this one? Not really. There's like, oh, that's kind of cute. That was it for that one. And then I got this. This is book 264 from Stony Creek. And I mainly got it for this design here, the bird feeder with the chipmunk and the birds. And the stocking, you can't see, but there's a cat and a mouse. I wouldn't stitch the stocking, but I don't know if you can see. There's a cat laying with a mouse sleeping, the Christmas hat. I would probably just stitch that and make it into an ornament. And then the last thing I got, I think I got this with my stocking actually, was this Stony Creek Messengers of Peace. It's all these really pretty angels. Love that one. Love that one. I would love to see someone on Instagram who has stitched these. So you can actually make it into like an Afghan. Yeah, oh, here it is. Afghan or a tree skirt. I don't know what I would do. I don't think I would do a tree skirt. I wonder if you can actually buy the tree skirt from Stony Creek. That's interesting. Doesn't say anywhere. Anyways, that's what I got. That's it, guys. What can I say? What am I going to work on? Probably going to keep working on my Wind Moon Fairy. One of my other fancy ladies to get a chunk done on so that I can finish it next year. Or I may pick up Lady the Mist. I'm going to definitely pick up my Christmas Village because we're coming into the Christmas season, and not that that matters. I usually stitch on it all year, but it's a good time to pull it out. So take care, everybody. I will be back probably, I'm gonna say end of December, because it's getting into crazy busy time for me, like Christmas decorating and shopping for Christmas and doing all the Christmas things. Both my kids' birthdays are in November and December, so I got like birthday parties, and I'm hosting Christmas this year, which God help them because I'm not a very good cook. I'm gonna try though. I did Thanksgiving and nobody died. Everybody survived, so I didn't cook a turkey though. I cooked roast beef because I'm not really a turkey person. But anyways, So hopefully, yeah, that goes well. But yeah, I probably won't be back till the end of December-ish. And I'll come back with like a whip braid and probably like a year in review. But anyways, take care. If I don't see you before then, I feel weird saying have a Merry Christmas and we haven't even had Halloween yet, but like have a good holiday season. If I'm not back before then, if I have a lot to show, then I'll pop back in, but might be a little while before I'm back. But anyways, take care. Bye.